Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to talk about video number 2 about surveillance. Firstly, let's recap on last video. We touched on how we can stop app tracking, how Australia is part of the 5 Eyes program that was created by the United Nations, talking briefly about CCTV cameras and how it prevents crime or helps the safety of the public, and touching on the new technologies we've had since the pandemic started. Now, something I didn't talk about last video was the surveillance back in the day in prisons. Unsure if some prisons still use this technique, but it's a way of watching. It's called the panopticon prism. Jeremy Bentham, an English philosopher and social therapist from the mid-1700s, throughout these systems would be best for guards to watch all prisons from the tower in the middle of the prison, to watch the prisoners. The circle outside was only 1 cell thick, a very small wall with an outside covered with stone or brick, and the side that faced the guard was open with metal bars. This was to make the prisoners to feel vulnerable. This was to make the prisoner with the effect to make them feel like they were always being watched even if there wasn't a guard in the tower. Right, moving on. I touched on last video about protecting yourself on your iPhone. I should have said how to stop app tracking, as it provides data to third-party companies so they can improve their apps and so ads can be tailored to you when scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or even the web. On Apple's support website, you can select what version your iPhone is updated to, and it's essentially a guide on ways to protect yourself and the data on your phone. It goes through firstly all the things that the phone has built in to protect you, such as a password, Face ID, Find My iPhone, which you'll need to set up. They are the basic things. Also, keeping your Apple ID safe and things in iCloud safe. Allowing Apple or the password generator to create a secure password if there isn't an option to use your Apple ID to sign into websites. In saying this, Apple shows when your password has been reused or compromised, meaning it's been leaked or it's an easy guess password. Apple also introduced web safety, meaning some websites have trackers and you can search on the web knowing that Apple has stopped a lot of trackers. After reading the She Finds article by Lisa Cupid about the signs your iPhone might be hacked, although big companies like Apple have security measures in place, how easy can it be to break into someone's phone and break down the firewall in order to find out what data is on that phone? Sometimes you might not even know you're being hacked just from being on a website or opening a spam email, which can cause virus and other issues. Making sure we are keeping up to date with our phones on the next software update to ensure security and privacy is kept up. If you're receiving messages like "there's been a new sign-in," if this was you, please press the link to secure your data, meaning you're likely giving your information to someone who has hacked your device. How about calls and text messages you never made but appear in your call and text log? Scary, yeah? Someone could be watching what you do. Ensuring you're turning your phone off completely and either resetting or go to the Apple store and try and get it fixed. Also, having your phone randomly turn off or crash or even lagging is a sign that something might not be right, and can also be a sign that someone is trying to get into your phone. If you suspect you're getting hacked, change all your passwords you have stored on your phone and run an anti-malware software on your phone, also including a 2-factor authentic code which will increase your security. Right, let's move on to CCTV cameras. China has been in the media a lot about their technology and how their security knows everything about the people in their country. Reading the article by Anna Mitchell and Larry Diamond called China's Surveillance State Should Scare Everyone. Imagine a society in which you are rated by the government on your trustworthiness. Your citizen score follows wherever you go. A high score allows you to access faster internet service or a fast-track visa to Europe. If you make political posts online without a permit or contradicted the government's official narrative or current events, however, your score decreases. The government thinks they control everyone through social media and the way you live everyday life. Imagine having a score on your way of living. It is said that throughout the article the information is collected for facial recognition in case you do something wrong. I doubt it will be long before police show up on your doorstep and asking what's going on. China is racing to become the first country to implement the persuasive system of the algorithmic surveillance, harnessing advances in artificial intelligence and the data mining and storage to construct detailed profiles on citizens. China's Communist Party state has developed a citizen score to ensure good behaviours. A vast accompanying network of the surveillance cameras will constantly monitor citizens' movement to reduce crime and terrorism. I believe this is to help their country from crime and much more. In Australia, it's a bit more structured than how other countries do their surveillance. Australia has 4 main security and laws. This can be found on the Surveillance and Monitoring page by the Office of Australia Information Commissioner. They state, there are some situations where your personal information, including your image and identity information, is legally or required to be collected. If it falls into one of the 4 categories, these are security cameras, drones, ID scanning, and the biometric scanning. All of these have laws on how it keeps us safe and what our information is used for. On the ASIO website, it states being a surveillance officer is both a profession and a lifestyle commitment. Hence why Australia take crime and security and people's safety into consideration every day when they're on and off the job. Well, that is all I have for you in today's video. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot more in part 2. Make sure you subscribe and follow. Thank you. Bye.